Good evening, welcome to ITV News. This is Tuesday night's calendar and here are tonight's main stories. Well, first tonight to concerns about moorland fires and possible water shortages due to the prolonged dry spell. Water companies in our region are urging us to use water wisely as reservoir levels drop following the driest May on record. Well, there are concerns too that more swimmers are being enticed into potentially lethal waters. Chris Kiddie reports. Well, firefighters in South Yorkshire have spent more than a fortnight tackling a fire on Hatfield Moor near Doncaster. It's unclear why it broke out, but the dry weather has meant that crews are having to be careful about it reigniting. John will be back a little later in the programme with a full forecast about what the weather's going to be like over the next few days. Well, next tonight, there's a call for more to be done to support those who work in farming. It comes as the industry has been hit by a succession of severe events over the last year. And as we've just heard, drought is now also a serious issue. Well, the National Farmers Union has called for increased mental health support as one farmer every week takes their own life. Here's Martin Fisher. Well, now MPs return to the Commons today after the half-term break, and one of the things on the agenda has been whether to keep online voting for MPs. Without it, MPs who are self-isolating say they face being excluded from Parliament. Well, our political correspondent Harry Horton has been following this. Good to see Harry back out in the fresh air. Well, still to come, 100. More of the day's news now, and an investigation has been launched following the death of a 53-year-old woman in Sheffield. Children from across the Calendar region have joined a worldwide sing-along to pay thanks for some unsung heroes during the coronavirus outbreak. Teachers. The event has been organised by Young Voices, who've staged some of the largest children's choir concerts in the world. The Power in Me concert was streamed online earlier, with some children performing at school while others did it at home. Matt Price has the story. Absolutely lovely. Well, time for some sport now. While football counts down to its resumption dates later this month, professional darts has been at the Oche since April. Right, now it's that time of the week when we delve into the archives to see what weird and wonderful things were happening in a sporting sense from years gone by, from strange goings-on in Wombwell to celebrations at Wembley. As usual, Chris Dawkes, who we just saw there, has put his sporting calendar together, and it's accompanied by the soundtracks of the day, and we have included a cheeky edit to save some blushes. See what I mean?
England have had a good day.
All I can say is you wouldn't want to hear what was going on in our gallery at that moment. Our director was frantically trying to find ways around that shot.
That happens all the time, doesn't it? But I were blushing away.
At the end of the programme, John.
Indeed.
Yeah. Now, a new archive collection depicting the country in lockdown over the last couple of weeks has been launched today. The exceptional images, many taken in Yorkshire and Lincolnshire, show everything from key workers and closed playgrounds to lockdown leisure activities. Sarah Clark reports. Now, a great-great-grandmother from North Yorkshire has marked her 100th birthday by raising almost £20,000 for the hospice that cared for her son. Oh, well done to Joyce there. Well, speaking of giving back, the third Rotherham 10K was set to take place last month, but like many events, it was cancelled. But refusing to give in, founder Ray Matthews asked people to take part in a virtual one. Here's Otis Holmes. Such a trooper is Ray. Well, here's John now with the weather forecast. John, thanks very much. That's it. I'll be back at 10:30 tonight. Well, the national and international stories are next with Mary Nightingale. But for now, from all the team here on Calendar, thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye for now. Hello and welcome to ITV News. This is the late update from Calendar. First tonight, water companies in the region have warned users not to waste resources following fears that there could be water shortages and a rise in moorland fires following the prolonged dry spell. Reservoir levels are lower following the driest May on record. Chris Kiddie has this report. Well, firefighters in South Yorkshire have spent more than a fortnight tackling a fire on Hatfield Moor near Doncaster. It's unclear how it broke out, but the dry weather has meant that crews are having to be careful about it reigniting. Jonathan Brown has the latest. Well, firefighters in Lincolnshire have been battling a blaze at a commercial building in North Hykeham since this afternoon. More of the day's news, and an investigation's been launched following the death of a 53-year-old woman in Sheffield. Transport for the North is calling on the government to invest almost £50 billion in infrastructure over the next 20 years. People are being warned that they face hundreds of pounds in fines. Some sport now, and Sheffield United footballer Ben Osborne has no concerns about the restart date for the Premier League season. Well, finally, the third Rotherham 10K was set to take place last month, but like many other events, it was cancelled due to the coronavirus. But refusing to give in, its founder, Ray Matthews, asked people to take part in a virtual one, as Otis Holmes reports. Well done to Ray there. Well, that's the news now. Here's John with the weather. John, thanks very much. That's it from me. Our next bulletin is tomorrow just after 6 in Good Morning Britain. But from all of us here on the Lates team, good night.